My former best friend is stalking me.
I think they just miss you.
And trigger warning for stalking and intimidation. Location, East Tennessee, USA.
This is in Knoxville. Johnson. Yes, I know where this is.
Well, there you go. I don't think anything illegal has occurred, but I think the situation is spiraling in that direction. I'm getting letters in the mail and now phone calls at my workplace from a guy I haven't seen in 10 years. He won't stop. This has been going on for about 2 years now. I'm really scared he's going to show up here. I work at an elementary school, and it's my worst nightmare that'll come for me. Freak out, and innocent children get caught in the crossfire.
I might know who this is.
That's terrifying. By the way, this comes from Hopeful Muppet 582, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKstorytime subreddit. I'm Sophia.
I'm Riley. I'm kind of from East Tennessee.
I'm Carly.
And we're here to give good advice goofily. But we don't have all the answers. We only know what we'd do. So let us know what you would do in the comments. And background. This dude used to be my best friend in middle school and high school. We talked nerd stuff most of the time, like video games and comics. I'm Arrow Ace to the core, and I was well aware of rumors that he was crushing on me. So now and then I would sprinkle my feelings into conversations. Dating is gross, stupid, waste of time. I don't like guys, etc.
I don't like other guys, is what he heard.
Yeah, he said dating is gross when it's not you. Dating is stupid when it's not with you. Dating is such a waste of time when I'm not with you. I don't like guys unless they're you.
He's gonna save you from this, don't you worry.
I thought I covered all my bases, but he still asked me out in high school. I said no and reiterated that I already informed him that I don't date and wasn't interested. He looked like his soul passed away, and from that point forward, never spoke to me or even looked in my direction ever again.
This might have happened to my friend Nina back in East Tennessee.
Dang.
Because she also works at an elementary school.
So you might know this guy.
I don't know the guy. I know OP.
You should text her.
I might.
This you?
Bro, I'm going to.
Fast forward to 2 years ago, I got a letter in the school's mailbox. A handwritten letter with brown stains all over it. Asking how I've been and how it's so crazy 10 years have passed, and asking to meet up again. He left his phone number, email, and address. I'm not stupid. It's obviously sketchy as heck, so I ignored it. Then I got another one a few months later, identical down to the letter. Then another several months after that. The third one I threw in the trash. The fourth one returned to sender with a paper of my own stating, "Do not contact me." This morning, our front office is getting repeated calls asking for me. I panicked, pretended I couldn't hear him, and hung up. I'm afraid to ask if he's still calling. What can I do now? I already called the post office and they stopped him from sending mail. It's not illegal to make phone calls. My instincts are right 99% of the time, and my gut is telling me things are going to escalate. I briefly entertained calling his local police department to talk to him, but I don't know if that's a thing I'm allowed to do. You don't know until you try.
No.
I've never had problems like this before. Can someone please point me in the right direction? Please. And there are some relevant comments. Ooh, baby.
Remember a story
Yeah.
where this take was very effective.
Mm-hmm.
What this person is, they got a boyfriend, and this boyfriend stalked their stalker, and then that scared their stalker away.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
And then the stalker that was stalking in the first place found out about the person that was stalking them. Was like, I'm very uncomfortable. This is really effed up.
Yeah.
I can't
read
believe
this
you.
story. Right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I think you need to find a stalker for your stalker so they can get a taste of their own blood.
Taste of their own blood?
Yeah, the stalker's blood, yeah.
Not this. Okay. Oh.
Of their own blood. That's what they say. That's a
No, it's
that's
not
a saying, right?
Taste of your own medicine.
It's not blood?
Comment one.
I've been hanging out with too many vampires then.
Gee,
My bad.
man. I would imagine that you have shut down social media content. You need to bring this to your employer's attention immediately. Stop hiding it. Make it known how scared you are. People can't keep eyes open if you keep your mouth shut. You need to alert friends and family. People need to hear it. Security camera needs to go up inside and outside of all doors. Check windows and lock them down. If they open up and down, add a wooden bar. There are manual door alarms that you can buy cheaply online. They stick to the door with adhesive or a screw and make an obnoxiously loud sound of your preference should a door be open. You can get the same alarms for windows too. Reach out to a lawyer for education about your rights. They might be able to write something to spook the butthead away, but they can also teach you what steps you should take to build an intimidation case. A consultation with a lawyer is worth a couple $100 for peace of mind. You can also speak with your local police to learn how these situations are handled in your area. Calling the non-emergency line or going to the station is the best method for that. Stop throwing away the letters. You need them if you ever go to court. Every email, every text, every phone call needs to be logged. Keep track of the time, date, phone number, any messages left. Make paper trails. Just don't sit there hiding in fear. That's probably the most dangerous thing you can do in a stalking situation. Be loud, be vigilant. OP says, thankfully, I kept the original letter, just in case, because I'm paranoid. My principal got our school officer and a detective involved. He thinks I have enough information to get a restraining order and possibly press charges. I already have security cameras around my home, and my workplace has cameras everywhere. They even changed my schedule so that I'm never alone. I'm grateful I work with good people.
Dude, that's an awesome workplace.
Yeah, they all have your back, and that's the most important thing. I'm glad that you reached out to them and let them know. And you got a detective involved. You are absolutely right. I was hoping he would give up, but he's clearly sick and needs help. But now I have no choice. I can't let him near these students. I love them like my own.
I've seen a YouTube channel where this girl is breaking up with her very, really bad relationship ex.
Mm-hmm.
And these guys come and they're like here for her. And they're like, hey, man, you got to leave. And they're like kind of her protectors. Is there something we can do there? Like hire protectors or like get a big brother involved?
But the thing is, I don't know if she knows where he lives or at least specifically because he's just sending like letters and stuff.
No return addresses on it. This guy's
I don't know.
This guy's wild.
But she sent something back, return to sender.
Yeah, but that just goes return to sender.
But they'd need the return address to know how to return it to the sender.
That's true. It probably would have an address on it. So I guess you could reach out to him. But probably
she sent
let
the letter
detective
back with it.
Yeah. So probably just do detective stuff.
Guys, I'm getting together a business called Working on the Name. But essentially, we come to your stalker's house, tell them no more.
Beat them up.
And we have a team of how to locate them. And we have like what I need
highly skilled, tall people.
I need big, scary looking guys that have the heart of a teddy bear, but like are also intimidating. If you have them, send me their contact information.
Yeah.
Please. I would love to call them.
What is this? Some kind of suicide squad?
Yeah. If they got some jail time, but they came out of it great, also that's a perk.
Better.
Yeah. It's hard for people like coming out of jail to find jobs. I will give them a job.
Give them a job.
Also, what chat pointed out, I just double checked. He left his phone, email, and address in the letter.
Good point. So, yeah, send that to the detective.
Here we go.
Comment 2. This isn't a mite. You are being hassled and stalked, and you have a right to be left alone. Here's some steps you can take to assert that legal right. Send a cease and desist letter. Return receipt requested. You don't need a lawyer for this, but if you can afford an hour of one's time and think it would give you a peace of mind, have a lawyer do it. You'd probably want a lawyer that is experienced in family law. The cease and desist letter should tell him to not contact you in any way and that you will be pursuing a restraining order against him if he contacts you again. There are free templates for this that you can trivially find online. This gives you documentation that 1, you told him to go away, 2, he received your message telling him to go away, or refused, but refusing a certified letter isn't a strong defense, and 3, the exact time when he received your message telling him to go away. Tell your employer that this guy is stalking you, to not forward any calls, not let him in on premises, and that you're looking into restraining order. If you hear from him again, go to your local police department and request a restraining order. You can do this right now, too, but more documentation equals better. You can also go to the police in the town he lives in, but it's probably easier to go to your town's police department. Plus, his might tell you to handle it in your locality. They shouldn't tell you to bug off, but it's very possible that they might. Keep all the documents on hand. Also, ideally, back them up in iCloud or whatever cloud storage service your phone has easy backups to. If he has a restraining order served against him, his local cop should confiscate any weapons he might have. I wish you the best of luck. And OP says, thank you so much for the tips. Our resource officer is involved now, and we are getting set for a restraining order. Apparently, he called again, talking crazy stuff, so the detective wants to press charges to keep him away from the area. And there is an update.
I also got an update.
What?
So instead of me making this company, there's already
Yeah.
a system in place. Biker gangs.
There you go.
Sorry. Biker clubs.
Biker clubs. Just like in Veronica Mars.
Yeah.
Gets the biker club on her side.
I think maybe hitting up, if you are going through something like this, hitting up your local biker club, explaining the situation, and I think they would
Yeah.
actually love to help you out.
Bring them some cookies.
Yeah.
I think it could work.
I feel like they like simple chocolate chip.
I feel like they're chocolate chip kind of people.
Maybe peanut butter.
Oh, well, but you don't want to
Mm.
worry about allergies.
I don't think you can have a peanut butter allergy and be in a biker club.
They're not
Hot take.
exclusive. I don't think they're exclusive.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, I thought they like rub peanut butter on whoever just to make sure. Like, oh, he's good.
1 month later, I posted on here a little over a month ago asking for advice on an uncomfortable situation. I thought it was fair to update since I got advice from all you nice people.
All right.
Here's the update. A few hours after our court session, it felt like a disaster. I was a wreck, so I probably didn't explain as much as I could, but I told the judge how uncomfortable I was and that I wanted to be left alone. I was visibly shaking and crying while I tried to explain the situation. Although no threats were made, I was still uncomfortable. The judge offered us two choices: a mutual restraining order so neither of us was allowed to contact the other, or a trial if someone wanted to dispute the order. His mother was loudly whispering, "Agree! Just agree!" I agreed. He, however, did not. According to him, I was wasting everyone's time with misunderstandings and false statements. We have so much proof that you yourself have given literally proves that you are so guilty.
But Sophia can't reason with the fool.
True.
This
This man is a fool.
He's not even
Dangerous
talking
fool.
straight. Yeah.
He stated I was one of multiple people he was trying to reconnect with, and that I was exaggerating the number of letters he sent. He claims 2, but I got 4 and only kept 1, which I brought to court. He put all the blame on me for not speaking to him. He also said he never received my note telling him not to contact me. He got in trouble multiple times for speaking out of turn and constantly putting his hands in his pockets. He spoke and gestured dramatically like he was on some kind of TV show. Everyone in the room looked confused and uncomfortable. The judge even stopped more than once to question the fact that this guy insists he isn't a stalker, but also refuses the restraining order at the same time. Unfortunately, because he claims to not know that I didn't want to communicate with him, I can't get a restraining order. That is not how that works.
Man.
Apparently, ignoring his attempts for 2 years doesn't automatically equate to I don't want to talk. The judge
You
did.
sent a letter back saying, "Don't contact me."
Well, he's saying that I didn't get that letter. That was his excuse. So now he's saying, I never knew that you didn't want to talk to me. And so OP's like, well, even if you didn't get the letter, I would think that not talking to you
Also,
would maybe.
if you're talking to someone and they're not responding, maybe that's a hint.
The judge did give him a stern warning to leave me alone and that any more calls or letters will result in bigger consequences.
Okay, at least we're leaving with this.
Yeah, at least we've got the law on your side, OP. He's gonna be in big trouble. The officer stayed at my side the whole time and even kept him in the courtroom longer to give me time to leave without being seen by him. By the way, I would love to see you listen to full episodes of stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime.
Or we will stalk you.
No.
She doesn't have that much free time on her hands. I do. I'm going to make sure you're listening to us.
I'll spend all of my free time on Monday.
Okay. She'll take the Monday shift.
Yeah, I'll take the Monday. Tuesday, I gotta pack Tuesday. Can't do that Tuesday.
I can maybe do Tuesday, Thursdays, whenever we get back.
Yeah, 24. I'll get some Starlink and then I'll do it on my 24-hour flight.
Carly, what day do you want?
I'm out.
She's not about it. All
She's
right,
not-
cool.
okay.
She
And there you
respects your
go.
privacy. We do not.
So there's a little bit left. I feel like OP's got it all handled. That is such a scary situation, but I do appreciate that. It seems like she had everyone on her side. She went, got a lawyer, got to court. So it seems like you're doing everything you can. Scary situation, but like you're handling it well.
I've been in one encounter where I didn't feel safe, and it was between like two guys and a girl, and I was still like,
Yeah.
I feel uncomfortable. Like something could happen here. And I just
Yeah.
like, it's not fun. It's
No.
never fun going through this. Have you guys ever been through?
I had somewhat recently, I guess. It's not like it's not a bad situation, and it's not technically stalking, but there's this guy that I went to college with who I never met at college but knew of, and he did not have the best reputation in college either. Who like keeps coming to my plays and to try and ask me out, and I'm like, please stop.
Yeah.
Like I never respond to him. He wasn't
was
at
there.
this one.
Yeah,
I think he
Tintin was
hopefully is my boyfriend.
Oh, your boyfriend. Okay, we can say that now?
Yeah.
All right, boyfriend.
So I guess that's all I can do. Hope for the best. Is there anything else I can do to protect myself? I don't really blame the judge on the technicality, but that doesn't mean I'm not still paranoid and uncomfortable. At least there were plenty of witnesses to his strange behavior today. I'm hoping this is the end of it, but I still feel scared. Is there anything else I can do? And some relevant comment says, comment 1 says, don't beat yourself up. Sounds like you did great. Everyone can see what you can see. The judge, his mom, the officers, everyone. And while you didn't get what you wanted, you laid the first step. Next time he contacts you in any way, you'll have a clear path to getting the restraining order you want. But chances are you never hear from him again. And besides, you don't want a mutual restraining order. That be on your record too. OP says, I never thought about it like that. I guess everything worked out as well as it could. Thank you for changing my perspective. Comment 2 says, I am not a lawyer. I am not your lawyer. I would submit that bigger consequences for any more calls and letters should probably serve about as well as a deterrent as a restraining order. A restraining order would still mean that you would need to alert someone if he did contact you again. Obviously and unfortunately, a restraining order is not a magical bubble. What you have is different from a restraining order and will likely involve a different process if more happens, but it sounds like he has a guarantee of serious consequences if he contacts you again, either way. Perhaps that is worth some solace. OP says everyone keeps telling me to calm down and I'm trying my best. You're right that the results are pretty much the same either way. I just need to deal with this paranoia for a while. Thank you for your kind words. Comment 3 says, unfortunately, our legal system is usually a process. It's rarely one and done. You've taken the first step and made his behavior known, and now he's been warned by the judge. You also now know to document everything. If any more letters show up, save them and alert the police immediately. Also ensure your employer documents any calls from him and alerts the police immediately if he does call. I'm guessing he'll stop, but if he doesn't, you're now one step closer to him facing real consequences. And OP says, thankfully our school has great security, tons of cameras, and an attentive SRO. She tells me often that they have my back. Plus, she's good friends with our town's detective. You have a town's detective?
Instead of a city detective. Dude, those city detectives are very, snobby.
Well, I feel like, yeah, you just got a small town detective. He wears a little fedora and a coat, and he goes around smoking a little bubble pipe.
Bubble pipe?
I think we've caught the criminal. Bubble, bubble, bubble. Comment 4. Cameras can help provide proof he is physically following you. Most folks are a lot less clever than they think they are. Cameras for home. If you feel he might be stalking you on foot, you can put a rear-facing GoPro type on a backpack. OP says cameras are a must. I have them facing all parts of my property, and with motion sensors, they definitely give me a little peace of mind. Mine are set to flash bright lights if something activates the motion sensors. A few years ago, it spooked a guy trying to get into my mother's car. When the lights came on, he took off running. I recommend the Ring system to anyone. And that is the end of that story.
I'm just glad this one turned out pretty good.
Yeah.
Not what we wanted. We wanted the restraining order.
But it can be so much worse.
But we put the fear of the judicial system into
The fear of the judicial system.
That worked out well.
Yeah.
My friend is forcing me to learn the violin in 1 year for her wedding.
Why?
I, 23 female, have a friend, 22 female, from school who asked me to be in her wedding over lunch today. I have known this girl for about 2 years, and because we share the same major, we are school friends. We partner up in classes, do projects together, etc. But I don't really know or hang out with her outside of this setting.
You don't hang out with her?
Basically schoolwork. That's all they do.
And you
related
have
to
to learn the violin? That's like imagine like some guy or some person in your class.
Yeah.
And you're getting married and you reach out to them and you're like, "Hey, I know you know how we took like Psych 101 together? I need you to learn the violin."
Immediately.
Now, start working.
Anyway, she asked me to be in her wedding, and I assumed she meant as a bridesmaid, but I was wrong. By the way, this comes from Breeze Blogs, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/okstorytime subreddit. And we're here to give good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We may seem like we do, but we don't. But if you have anything you'd like to add, please add it below in the comments. We'd love to read them. So OP continues. She said she had a dream of her perfect wedding, and it was so beautiful she woke up crying, wrote it all down, and cried for hours because it was just so beautiful and perfect. She even made some sketches and said that this was a vision from God from her wedding. She couldn't even explain the warmth and ecstatic love to me because she didn't have the words, but that she would do anything to capture it perfectly. I believe her.
She's like sobbing. She's like, "Oh, you don't understand. I need a giant spider to be tap dancing.
Okay.
And I need you to come in." It was beautiful. It was really beautiful. "I need you to come in a clown suit."
This isn't Harry Potter.
That's the only thing I could think of.
What are your dreams like, Sophia?
I'm just thinking of a crazy dream that she's basing her wedding off of.
I see.
It was a joke.
It was a joke. It was a joke. I believe the vision from God.
Yeah.
I do believe that he can bless people with through dreams. It just depends on if, tap dancing spiders are involved or not.
I had a dream that I was driving on the highway and some guy motioned for me to roll down my window. I was like, no. And so I rolled down a little bit. And then he goes to stick his hand in. So I try to roll it up, but his hand's blocking. So I roll it down more. He reaches forward and yanks me out of my car, and I woke up. And then I turned and in my adult sleep state, thought I saw something, yelled, and then went under the covers for 5 minutes. And then I was like, wait, what's going on? And then I fully woke up and was like, I'm fine. And that's a vision from God. Or my wedding plans.
What are your wedding plans? What about you, Carly? What's your latest dream?
I have really weird dreams. My latest dream included Dream Keon being a little witch boy.
Okay.
I was mad at him. I woke up and I was like, Dream Keon's in trouble.
Oh, I thought you meant he was a witch.
No.
You mean B-boy? Yeah, okay, got you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, he's a witch.
He's being a little a-hole in my
Got
dream.
you.
You were in it too, though. You were lovely.
Ah, shucks, thanks.
You're not in my dreams.
Okay.
You're always mean to me. She then likened herself to an artist with divine inspiration and went on for about 20 minutes about the details of her inspiration and how beautiful and uniting this wedding would be. That would change lives and be so much more than a ceremony, and that the execution was so perfect it would be more of a visual statement, an artistic dedication to love that everyone would be living a part of. Okay, I kind of like this. In this beautiful, perfect wedding, I'm to be at the front line of the aisle playing the violin as her guests arrive. In a long white gown, feathered and beaded and soft, very romantic. I will know it whenever I see it. I laughed and told her I've never played the violin before, and as such may have a hard time performing for her guests. She told me that I had a year to learn it, and that this was extremely important to her.
She's looking at you and she says, I need you to play the violin. And I need you to play it like no one's ever played before.
I like how this is so beautiful to her.
Yeah.
This might work out. It may be more than just a wedding. It might be the best thing since sliced bread.
Oh, you're about to be a famous violin player.
Yeah.
I can only think of a cello player.
Me too.
Yo-Yo Ma.
That's the only one I had to.
You're about to be the next Yo-Yo Ma if you played the violin.
Wrong strings.
The next Anne Sophie Mutter.
Oh.
You're about to be the next Anne Sophie Mutter.
I looked at what I could of her beautiful wedding notes. They seemed really intense. Lots of stuff feverishly circled or written over and over, like inspect what you expect repeatedly and all in white, literally scribbled over other words copied into big paragraphs. The part she showed me of my role just said, my name, violin, soft, complex, beautiful and intricate, concerto, lots of details. Wow, the guests.
It's just nonsense.
Yeah,
written on here.
I can't even
It's like the
understand it.
guests, the dreams, white, concerto, crescendo. And Opie's like, this is the writing of a mad woman.
I'm kind of leaning towards that now. I don't know how to play the violin at all. I've literally never touched one. Probably don't even know what it looks like.
Do I hold it here like a guitar?
She sounded feverish and flitting from topic to topic, talking about how maybe I can compose something, but she wanted it to sound so intricate that no one would believe it was just one person playing it. It seemed beyond normal bride stuff.
So she wants you to not only play the violin at her wedding,
Have multiple layers of a violin playing.
but also play the violin in a way that no one's ever played a violin before.
Just don't learn to play the violin.
Yeah.
And then it'll sound like no one's ever heard before.
So true. OP, I'm gonna teach you a little.
And I'm going to teach you another one.
Yeah, so this is what you do. You go up to her and you just say, no, That's about it.
Or if you actually love this person,
Yeah.
you say yes. And you dedicate every single
You
free
freaking
second
do
of your
it,
life
man.
to the violin.
And then you become the next Lindsay Sterling.
When I told her, even if I did have a year to learn how to play, it would be basic at best, she slammed her hand on the table and said, "Stop!"
My God.
Then she went right back to her cherry, exciting talk about her divine wedding. She's on a high off this thing.
Yeah, I think she's actually having a mental breakdown.
I very gently tried to refuse an offer to find a professional to play for her. She just said, no, has to be you. I'm sure of it. And went back to talking as if I had suggested wearing a hat to the beach.
This is a prophecy now.
Oh, she then dropped a bomb. Besides, I already bought your violin, and it was almost $2,000.
Okay, OP, genuinely, you gotta start learning how to play the violin. She just bought you a $2,000 violin. She's gonna give you a $2,000 violin maybe for free.
What? I don't know how to play. I told her she was being insane, but she kept making no noises or putting up her hand saying, enough. Eventually, she told me the violin would be here in a few weeks and that I needed to find someone who gives lessons and learn. She said she believed in me.
Do it for the plot. Learn.
She told me that worst case scenario, I get to learn a skill most people would love to learn, and that if I do well, I can keep the violin as a payment. I don't want a violin. I don't want to play. Then she left, and here I am, dumbfounded. Okay, this is where I have a problem.
I think you have to do it now.
No.
I think, so now we've swapped. Now I really want you to do it.
I was thinking there was going to be payment at the other end of this.
No.
$2,000 violin that's going to depreciate by the time over a year.
I think you tell her you got to pay for my lessons, and then I'll do it.
I think
Lessons in time.
free violin, pay for my lessons, and pay for my time at the wedding.
At the wedding?
And then you get to learn how to play the violin.
No. But pay for the lessons as you're learning it.
That's what you
The
yeah.
time.
I said
yeah.
that.
Oh,
I
thought you
said
at the
free
wedding.
violin, pay for my lessons, and potentially pay for me to play at your wedding because now I'm a professional violin player.
And now I've learned how to professionally play
But
violin.
I thought like paying as you're learning kind of thing.
I don't want to learn.
Yeah.
But
See, I want to learn.
I'm doing this for you.
all right. Realistically, Angie, I'm getting married September 30th next year.
Yeah.
No joke, actually. I want you to play the violin 10 grand.
100%.
What's your number?
Absolutely.
100%.
What's
I
your
gotta
number, Carly?
learn how to play the violin.
Yeah, wait, are you paying for the violin?
I'm paying you.
Just 10,000 flat
Yes.
to get a violin
Yeah.
learned. Yeah.
Absolutely. 100%.
You can buy such a cheap violin and
Yeah.
still do the same. Like I don't need a $2,000
I
violin.
could buy a
Well,
$1,000
You
violin.
kind of do.
I mean, I'm buying a $1,000 violin, and then I'm spending, let's say like $150 per lesson, like for the best of the best. I'm getting so good at the violin. I'm
Yeah.
doing it. If I was OP and the person said that she would pay for lessons, I would do it.
My thing with needing payment for the wedding too is I
Yeah.
can already tell how crazy this girl is going to be about her
Oh, yeah.
wedding, and I need like that kind of damages.
We've only taken biology together and did labs. I don't know your favorite color. I
I
don't even know where you
know
came from. I don't even know where.
Who are you getting married to?
Who are you?
Yeah, because she also only gets to keep the violin if the bride thinks she does well.
Yeah.
I can't exactly cut ties and run. It is summer now, but we have a class together currently and 3 classes together in the fall. I can only see her getting crazier about this. She's always had a flair for the dramatics, but she's never been this extreme before. I'm not sure if this is just mega bridezilla energy and she will get over it, or if I should just pretend I don't know her, or if I should call a loony bin to come pick her up, or just take up the violin and hope whatever god of weddings visitor grants me magical powers.
I really hope that all of these relevant comments say, do it. For the plot. For the plot. Do it.
Dinosaur Train. Honestly, she sounds like she's dealing with a mental illness.
Yes.
This is typically the age that schizophrenia kicks in. She likely doesn't know she has it, nor does anyone else who loves her and can help her. If I were you, I would approach her fiance, her family, and school mental health. She's not bridezilla. She's a very sick woman in need of help. You didn't ask to be in this position, but you are. You need to get other people involved in helping her.
Okay, yeah, that's good advice. Alternate advice, we Freaky Friday this. You pretend like you're playing the violin, but you get a professional violin.
Behind a curtain.
Yes.
Wizard of Oz.
Mm-hmm.
Someone pulls down the curtain. Pay no attention to that.
Yeah, don't mind them.
I got you 2 violin players.
Ooh.
Opie says, I guess I can try and shoot him a message, the fiance. Dota's my co-pilot says, I think you should mention something to her fiance or family. Sounds like it is potentially very serious, not a temper tantrum or demands. Something is very wrong. Opie says, I'm Facebook friends with her fiance. What do I even say? I'm sure she's told him about this dream of hers. I mean, she like immediately bought a $2,000 violin.
Yeah,
She's definitely a little manic.
absolutely.
Oh,
Just say all
no.
that.
Opie says, how are they affording the wedding? She's not rich that I
Oh,
know of.
no.
Her fiance is in the army. And she's a student who works part-time at the Mexican chain restaurant on campus. I really don't care to learn the violin, even if she wasn't expecting some kind of a magic. I don't think she is sane enough for me to take her up on the offer, and $2,000 on a violin seems crazy for a beginner anyways. Okay, now I'm like, we gotta shift gears here. She's not rich. I thought she like had some bank behind her.
Nah, she doesn't have. I mean, she's in like school.
Yikes.
Doesn't have that money. Definitely get family members involved. Any mental health professional. This is getting a little not good. A lot of not good. Or you learn the violin.
I was really hoping for her not to be going cuckoo.
I was really hoping that it'd be kind of a Joan of Arc situation,
That's what I thought at the beginning, but now
like Joan of Arc.
I was hoping for that.
Nope.
At first, it was kind of funny imagining the awkward sawing that would commence. Then it was horrifying. Then it was troubling and really, really sad. I sent her fiance a message on Facebook. He has seen it, but he hasn't responded. I also can't believe she spent so much money on a violin on someone who can't even play. Even in a year's time, how the F can anyone play so well they'd fool people into thinking multiple people were playing? Is that even possible? And we have an update.
I want to hear the rest of the wedding, personally. If this is just one aspect of the wedding, what else is happening here?
What is the husband doing?
Yeah.
How is he getting into it? Is he like, does he have
Is he
this
riding in
crazy
on a white horse?
intro? Is he like white horse? Roses and doves are flying everywhere.
He comes down in like a hot air balloon.
Continuing the Wizard of Oz theme.
Yep.
What is up with you today?
I don't know. It's just her dream.
Sophia had a dream last night too.
Yeah. Guys, you
It's
have
beautiful.
to learn how to play the oboe in 5 years.
Update. Ages are still 23 female and 22 female, and the length of the relationship is 2 years. I sent a modified post to her fiance and added after, I'm really worried because this seems pretty mentally unstable, way beyond normal bride stuff. I got this reply on Facebook from her, not her fiance, at around 2 p.m. today. I didn't see it because she deleted me from her friends and it went to a different mailbox. Facebook is weird. Thanks so much for trying to tell my husband I'm crazy. Thank God he understands what it's like to love someone and what planning a wedding is all about. Excuse me, I have a dream that I'm passionate about. Trust me, if you ever get a ring with that attitude, you will understand too. But I doubt it. Nice try trying to get in between us, but guess what, sweetie? Nothing can tear us apart, least of all you. Ha 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 ha. You are clearly jealous, and that makes me feel really bad for you.
Oh my goodness.
She's flipping it, dude.
Yeah, she's
Dang.
like, you're jealous of my perfect wedding.
Then about an hour ago, I got a message from her fiance. A long message.
Oh boy.
The TLDR is that she went completely nuts on a florist because she couldn't do her entire wedding in Wisteria. How dare you? She almost got arrested for making a scene in this store. He also found out she spent her financial aid / student loan money for the second half of the summer and the fall on random wedding stuff, including my violin, and has been booking venue tours and tasting with ridiculously expensive prices. If anyone is familiar with Texas, she is looking at doing her wedding in a giant castle in the Ritzy Lake Travis area of Austin, near the huge multi-million-dollar mansions.
Oh boy.
Purple, where is this?
Oh boy. You don't have that money, girl.
He told her about the need for a budget and being realistic. She threw an epic fit. At this point, she left and went to her sister's house. I messaged her back saying that she may be bipolar and in a manic state, and suggesting asking her sister to maybe get her to a doctor. He was more upset and focused on being hurt at what she had said to him about the wedding than her. She also threw a tantrum and accused us of sleeping together.
Oh yeah, this is not normal. definitely something is going on.
This isn't fun anymore.
I just wanted a violin story.
I wanted a fiddle to be played.
I just wanted this to be a happier version of Your Lie in April.
I told him that. Needless to say, I would not be playing the violin in their wedding, and I was sorry for any trouble. But I really did think it was best he seek some mental help for her. He said, "You made your point. You don't need to rub it in. I can take care of my family."
Okay, well, he's a little nasty too. You made your point.
I told him I understood and wished them the best, and that I guess that's it. I didn't see her in class today, and looks like she won't be coming back for fall unless she has a plan to get more money.
Oof.
Thank you for the help, everyone. I really did appreciate having a few hundred friends in this. And commenter says, "We demand the long message from the fiance, please." Opie says, "No, something feels kind of sleazy about doing that. I did the update, but there's a difference to me between telling people the outcome of something that happened to me and copying out a message about someone. I don't know, it seems shady, and there's some details in it I'm sure he would be embarrassed to have out there. She made a scene and spent all of her money earmarked for school. Use your imagination for the rest." And you can use your imagination on your favorite podcast platform by searching up Storytime and imagining stories. Oh, wait. You don't have to, because they're real.
They exist.
Yeah, they're real, guys.
And they're on your favorite podcast app.
Yay! What's yours?
Podcast.
I like iHeartRadio.
Oh, that's a good one too.
What do you like?
The podcast app.
What about you, Carly?
Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, I love iHeartRadio.
I also love iHeartRadio.
And I think Carly likes Spotify.
I use Spotify the most.
Yeah, so yay, that's how we get to it,
Why
guys.
wasn't I allowed to say Apple Podcast?
Oh man, we got one more comment here. Honestly, OP doesn't even reply, so yeah, I think this woman needs some help.
Yep.
But that was a good one.
I feel unwelcome at my friend's quinceañera, so I'm not going.
Well, that settles that.
And this comes directly from the r/OKstorytime subreddit. So for context, I'm gender fluid and 18 years old. I'll name the birthday girl Rose. I met Rose in the hospital as a newborn. My dad actually became friends with Rose's dad before I was even born. I believe sometime in the 90s. I love Rose as a sister and always wanted to be her friend. By the way, this comes from Sleepy Sheeps, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKstorytime subreddit, and we're here to give good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We only know what we'd do, so let us know what you would do in the comments. And OP says, she, of course, like most young children, was super shy from the moment she started walking and talking. Over time, as her dad spent more time at my house, she got closer to me. We became best friends. And she even admitted years ago that I'm like an older sister to her. We had lots of sleepovers throughout the years, and on days her parents wouldn't be home, she stayed with me. She was my next door neighbor because our families loved being around each other so much they had to live next door. We were even starting to think about tearing down our fence so we could see each other every day. With that bit of context, let's go back to Rose. Rose was kind of a brat. But learning from friends with younger siblings, children can be brats. She was rude and made discriminatory comments a few times, which I had to teach her were wrong, and she was selfish.
Hey, just wanted to inform you that it's never too late to be a brat. You
It's
can be
true.
a brat at any age.
That's true. Me and Rose were in the same boat, though. We both had one sibling, an older brother. So old that by the time we hit the age where we could finally start having fun, they were both off to college. I knew since I didn't have an older sister role model, it was my job to be her big sister role model.
Oh, maybe like together. I gotcha.
Yeah.
I was about to say, like, I feel like the years of like 0 to 7 are probably like the most fun years of your life. Because there was a comment about like once we were old enough to start having fun.
Yeah, I feel like you have a lot of fun 0 to 7.
I misconstrued that.
I knew this in my heart, so I was that. Also, my parents and her parents told me to be a good role model for her and always look out for her. This led me down a path of always prioritizing her and doing what she wanted me to do. I didn't like it, but I didn't want to hurt her feelings since she's younger than me. Fast forward to 2021, I moved out of my home to a bigger house that kind of sucked. I knew our friendship would be different, but if I kept putting time and effort into our relationship, our friendship would never end, right? Wrong! I moved about a 5-minute golf cart drive away from her, a 30-minute walk uphill, 1-minute drive by car. We live in a community where most people have golf carts. She has a golf cart that she can drive. We have options for how to get to my house. It's a 30-minute walk and a 1-minute drive?
It's like a crazy hill.
That must be a crazy hill. Sorry, I just registered that.
or you are not good with hills.
We
Those
have-
are our two
yeah.
options. Hills are your natural nemesis, or that is the hill.
That is, that's Sisyphus's hill.
Sisyphusian.
Sisyphusian hill.
That hill's got Sisyphus.
Yeah.
Get it checked out.
She could either walk or drive. Is her walk shorter?
Well, it's downhill.
Is it like a 5-second walk?
It's downhill.
She floats.
She can just roll.
She is the rock.
Yeah, she just brings a little like sled.
She does back handsprings down the whole
Yeah.
hill.
Her dad is over at my house almost every weekend. She's welcomed whenever she wants. Whitney Anderson says, bet it's a 30-second fall. I was 14 years old trying to make our friendship last since I've known this girl since before she was born. Well, you've only known her since she was born because you can't know someone before they were born.
I knew them when they were still a star child.
Matter of fact, there are photos and videos of me holding her as a toddler. I'm one of her oldest friends in life, yet I had to put all the effort into our friendship. Eventually, I got tired of planning things because if I didn't plan things with her, it just wouldn't happen. We rarely speak. When we do see each other, she only speaks to me if I'm a last option. If her cousins are around, she won't talk to me unless I can benefit them in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, so what this is reading as is just like a relationship that has changed as your
Yeah.
cousin grew up and like
You guys are
sort of
just different
stepped
ages.
into her own sense of self a little bit more.
Yeah.
And that's, hey,
I feel like, like sometimes when you're like a little kid and you're following around your big cousin and you idolize them and it's great. And then you get older and you're like, I want to hang around my, people my own age. And then maybe you, a couple years later, come back around and you're like, hey, I want to hang out with my cousin again because we're at the same level now.
say once you're like an adolescent to the end of being a teenager and then even early adulthood, it's like, it's easy to just like be focused on things that don't matter at all. And then you realize, oh, I didn't matter. I just like my cousin. I want to hang out with my cousin.
I finally realized I was always a last resort. When I told them how I felt, I just got a simple, okay, or sorry you felt that way. I realized I deserve better, and if my own friends don't care to see me, well, I don't need them anyways.
Are they the same age? Or
She's
older,
3,
right?
the OP is 3 years older.
Okay.
We went no contact, and the last time I saw Rose, she was quite rude toward me. She repeatedly hit me in the face with her sweater and even clipped me with the zipper, which really hurt. I had to sit next to her in a car because my mom and I were running late for the airport, and my dad took the only working car that day. His car was at a repair shop, so we borrowed my mom's car. Fast forward to today, sometime in August, we received an invite for Rose's quinceañera. I don't really want to go. When we were younger, me and Rose planned her quinceañera together, including the dress. She promised me that she would take me dress shopping with her and the family to pick out the dress. Due to how our friendship turned out, of course, I didn't go dress shopping. I didn't even know she had picked out a dress already. She promised me for years when we were younger that we would do a dance together and that I would do her traditional dance with her cousins, which if you can't tell, I won't be doing. On her invites, I found out she took photos with our shared friend Millie. Personally, I just don't want to go to her quinceañera. I got a courtesy invite because my parents are invited. I'm not really wanted there. I'll be left on my own with my parents, who'll end up doing their own thing. I'll have no friends at the event, and honestly, Rose wouldn't care if I showed up or didn't show up. I would rather spend time with my friends who would actually care about my presence. And I care about having your presence, listening to full episodes of stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime. There is a little bit left to the story, but do you have any final thoughts for our OK listener?
I kind of agree that Rose wouldn't care, but it's
Yeah.
really just up to you. It's your call, I guess, if you want to go or not. It's
I
your
think-
cousin.
I don't. Are they cousins?
Weren't they? I thought they were.
They are cousins.
Okay, cool.
I don't think it specified 3 years older, but OP is older.
Well, if the quinceañera's happening, that she's 15 and if Opie's 18.
Yeah, OP's 18. I don't think they're cousins. She was my next door neighbor. I think they were just family
Their
friends.
Parents are best friends.
Yeah, I don't think
it's
they're
like
cousins.
it's that kind of cousin.
Yeah,
I've
They
got it.
are talking like they're cousins.
Yeah.
though. Like they're saying cousin, but they're not.
I don't think they're
but
actually
yeah,
cousin.
I've got a cousin
Um,
like that. What up, Sean?
I think especially at that age, you get this kind of attitude, and I think just know that right now, if you're not close, that's okay. Sometimes friendships fade, they change. It's they're never gonna be solid forever, and sometimes they come back around. I said this yesterday, but I think friendships kind of do like a this. Sometimes they just do a this. Sometimes they do a this. There's a lot of different ways that friendships occur in our
and
lives.
sometimes they do this.
Whoa, and that's a messy friendship. But we've got a little bit left to this story. I don't want to be a drama queen. I'd just be sad and alone at the quinceañera. Honestly, if I disappeared, Rose probably wouldn't care and would say, oh, that's so sad, then move on. Also, knowing Rose, if she wanted me there, she would say it in person or call me to see if I could make it. She hasn't reached out to me, and personally, I don't care. I just want to move on with my life. I know my parents will be upset that I won't come, but just for my mental health and well-being, it would be better if I don't go to the quinceañera. I'm probably just going to plan something around that time frame anyway. I have plenty of time to plan since the quinceañera is in December 2025, and we're in September 2025. So Reddit, am I the a-hole for not going to the quinceañera? No, you're not the a-hole. You guys aren't close anymore, and that's okay. Sad, but it's okay.
Yeah.
But that's the end of that story, folks. And we've got some comments. These come from the video I dumped my boyfriend because he wants to marry. And this was posted August 2nd, 2025. The TLDR says, Opie's roommate Matt is a serial cheater who begged everyone to help him hide his affair from his girlfriend, Jen. OP refused to lie, but another roommate deliberately set up Matt to get caught. And I believe this comes from story 2 in that episode. And now Matt's already planning to dump the girl he cheated with. One roommate lied to his own girlfriend about knowing, and Opie is stuck living with all this mess until the lease ends. The drama keeps spiraling with each update as Matt can't stop cheating, and everyone keeps lying to cover for each other. If you're curious to know the full story, you can go watch the full episode. And we've got some comments from that episode. I do remember that one.
I think I was also
and
here
OP
for this
was
one.
such an a-hole in that story.
Comment 1 by Lemonade Playback 1985. Dude, it should be OP's responsibility to let the Jen know because 1, the friend is a cheater, and 2, what if they, Cindy or friend, passed on an STI, STD, red flags for all the roommates except Omar.
Yes, Omar was he was the best. I remember Omar was awesome.
Shout out Omar. I don't remember this story.
Comment 2 by Individual Girl. I was in a relationship and he was cheating. We had a mutual friend and she knew because she knew the girl. She didn't tell me or the other girl because she felt it wasn't her place. We are no longer friends.
This was a messy situation. So messy.
Commenter by It's a Me Malio. How crazy would it be that it turns out Cindy hasn't shown up to classes and has been trying to reach out to Matt because she's pregnant?
Oh my goodness. That story would get even crazier than it already was.
A surprise pregnancy would always make something a little crazier now, wouldn't it?
And last comment by Isabella Kitchen 680. Just saying Omar didn't create drama. Matt did by putting them in this situation to begin with and being a cheating a-hole.
Exactly. Everyone was like, oh, Omar is going to
Free
get drama.
Omar.
No.
Free Omar.
But that's the end of
Free
those
him.
comments, folks. And the end of this episode. So if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you and
see you tomorrow.